Hello everyone, and let's talk about Taming Seraphine by Gigi Styx. What a ride this was, in my opinion. This is a standalone. There is another book by Gigi Styx that's kind of along the same cover style and vein, so I think they're more companion type, but it's not an official series. So, and I'm expecting that book to be just as dark as this. This was published in 2023, and there was an audiobook available when I read this. Was available on Audible, and it was narrated by Xander Stone and M.K. Blackwood. So one of them would narrate Leroy's POV, the chapters in Leroy's, the other one would narrate the chapters in Seraphine's point of view. And the audiobook is 14 hours and 40 minutes on standard 1x speed. What is this book about? It is, when we're following Leroy's perspective, we start off with him at this house, raiding this house, comes across this girl held captive, can't leave her, and tries, to help her. Turns out this girl is Seraphine, and she has been trained to be a very deadly assassin. She has been, let's just say, rape and sexual assault are very heavily talked about in this book. And she has been trained to seduce men, and then when they're having sex with her, she kills them. So, yeah. In this, Leroy is trying to help Seraphine control her anger and her lust to kill people. And in order for her to be a good girl, her reward is having an orgasm. So, having sex and having an orgasm. The punishment is basically taking her to the point of where she's going to climax or have an orgasm, but then cutting it off. So, he's trying to help control her, that she's trying to exact revenge, so definitely a female vengeance. She wants to kill those that are involved in her capture, killing her family off, or people, that she cares for off, and he is trying to help her rein in that desire to have more control so that she doesn't get caught, and that things aren't quite so risky, so to speak. There is some people in Leroy's life that he comes to question their motives and what they really stand for, type of a thing. Very much a mafia vibe, except it's not mafia, but it does have those vibes. So that's pretty much what this is. It is a romance between two people who have very dark souls. So, what are your content and trigger warnings? I did not write any of those down because they are listed at the front of the book. So, for those of you who want to potentially listen to this only on Audible or wherever you're able to get a copy of the audiobook, I will be reading the trigger warnings. As you can see, there is a list. Okay, so it says this is a dark romance that includes dub-con, graphic depictions of torture and violence, and sexually explicit scenes. And your triggers are as follows: abduction, abuse, attempted somnophilia. I don't even know what that is, but okay. BDSM, body modification, bondage, blood and gore. Definite on the blood and gore. Cannibalism. Oh yeah. Car crash. Castration. Child abandonment. Child sexual abuse. Degradation. Dismemberment. Drugging. Dubious consent. Electrocution. Exhibitionism. Grief and loss. Humiliation. Knife play. Male genital mutilation, mental illness, murder, organized crime, organ trafficking, orgasm denial, primal play, psychological abuse, PTSD, revenge, rape, serial killing, sexual assault, step-brother, torture, trafficking, trauma, violence, and voyeurism. So, and this does have a picture at the front. She's big into the knives. So, and yeah, I mean, it does get very dark. And the bondage and the BDSM and yeah. Let's see. So Seraphine is 21. She starts having the sexual assault and rape happen when she is a minor. Leroy is 34, so this is an age gap. And if I remember right, didn't he have an allergy? I think he has an allergy to strawberries or... No, it's chocolate. He is allergic to chocolate. So, yeah. So that's pretty much what this is about. I don't want to go into much because it's pretty much the same thing. This is a long book. It is 643 pages. So, I mean, it's a lot of, like, there's a lot of sex. There's a lot of darkness. There's a lot of talk of revenge and reining in these desires to just randomly fly off the handle and kill people. There's quite a bit of torture. So a lot of stuff gets repeated, but it's different enough that it was an enjoyable read to me personally. There is one scene where, for example, where Seraphine has been held captive. She has this opportunity to run and likes being chased after by Leroy, and they have sex, and that's the reward and all of that. But she ran because it basically says that she wasn't allowed to run before. She couldn't just have the space to do something like that. So gave her a little bit of taste of freedom. And that was actually kind of a sad little moment. But two things I have underlined. The road to progress isn't always smooth. And you definitely see that in there. She thinks she's doing better, and then there's like a slip up on something. And then the second thing I have underlined is family isn't always built on blood. So, okay, so with the brief synopsis of what this is about, and with the content and trigger warnings out of the way, let's now read... Isn't there an about the author in this? Okay, yes. About the author. Gigi lives with her husband and 2 cats in London. When she's not crafting twisted dark romances with feisty heroines and the morally gray villains who love them, she's cuddled up on the sofa with a cup of tea and a book. So, that's the about the author, and now let's get into the words. So this does have will have sexually explicit language in this video, because there are quite a bit of sexually explicit scenes. I will say this too, Leroy has this person that's kind of like an apprentice to him, that wants to learn to be a killer, but he is basically better at hacking, things like that, and Leroy's kind of protective of him. And Leroy has a dark childhood. We do delve into the past, and he does describe something that has happened and this negative reaction he got from his mother and sister when he was hoping that it would have been a more positive reaction. So we do have descriptions of that. So we've got a couple of flashbacks in here too. All right, now let's get into the word usage. We have the word shit 61 times. Virgin, 3. Thrust, 17. Tight, 8. Come, C-O-M-E, 19. Bitch, 6. Hell, 43. The word suicide, once. Shitstorm, 3 times. Damn it, 6. Damn, 5. Asshole, 28. Ass, 38. Bullshit, 20. Dick, 26. Nipple, 35. Penis, 23. Shaft, 29. Bitch, 2. Oh no, look, I have bitch written down twice. So instead of the 2 and the 6, it's actually 8. So it comes up 8 times. Hellhole, once. Castrate, 11. Balls, 27. Shit ton, twice. Pump, twice. The word God, 19, not in a religious sense. Erect, 5. Erection, 28. And let me say this about erect. There's a couple of books, and I don't recall if it's in this one, where it's erect is in the form of like saying his penis is erect. And other times they could say the flag was erect on the flagpole or something like that. I would only mark it if it's used, certain words are used in a sexual manner, like come, C-O-M-E. Like come here, come over here, or come to the store with me. I would not count that, but if it's used as someone having an orgasm, then yes, I would count that. So sometimes the words could be in here more, but I only marked them when they're used in the sexually explicit way. Okay? All right. Crown, 7. Slit, 6. Clit, 44. Hard, 11. Kink, 3. Arouse, 33. This could be arousal, arousing, aroused, etc. Turn on, 2. Breast, 12. Ride, 5. Pussy, 45. Jerk off, once. Horny, 3. Orgasm, 61. Screw, 8. Get off, 3. Rape, 15. Vasectomy, once. Fetish, twice. Pound, 11. Folds, 10. Wet, 16. Cunt, 9. Climax, 12. Slick, 4. Bud, 3. Grind, 5. Bulge, 4. Libido, 4. Walls, 8. Juices, once. Fluids, twice. Gang rape, twice. Motherfucker, 4. Prick, once. Ass crack, once. Still got more to tell ya. Got another page and a half. Whore, 6. Penetrate, 5. Gang bang, once. Head, 5. Urethra, 2. Junk, 3. Length, 6. Release, 2. Milk, 2. Areola, once. Sack, once. Blowjob, 4. Cum, C-U-M, 3. Phallic, once. Root, once. Precum, once. Hand job, once. Spurt, once. Spurt, twice. G-spot, once. Base, twice. Tip, once. Cock, 74. Fuck, 149 times. Bastard, 72. Slut, once. Foreskin, once. Nail, once. Porn, once. Fuckhead, once. Bloody, once. Testicles, once. And piss, once. So take with that what you will. If any of those words bothered you out of a 643-page book, I know some people like the word suicide they want nothing to do with, but if it's once in a book this long, they might say, okay, I'm willing to overlook it that one time. So that's why I include these words. So have you read anything by Gigi Styx? Have you read Taming Seraphine? Let me know. I loved this, and so I have ordered another book by Gigi Styx. I don't know when I'll get to it, but I look forward to getting to it at some point. And yeah, it's going to be another dark type romance with BDSM, so I'm sure it's going to be a lot of triggers. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. I gave this 5 stars. What else can I say? There is warning on this. I will say specifically, there is a point where a woman lies, claiming that someone has caused her to become pregnant because she's having sex with them. And that's where the vasectomy comes into play. Because it's like, I know you're lying. I know you're lying and trying to trap me into something. But yeah, let me know. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. If you like mafia romance, again, this is not a mafia, but it definitely does give those vibes. So definitely not, because it doesn't talk about having a dom and all of that, but it definitely has those vibes with that. And so it's definitely a dark romance, and I had a great time reading this. So yes, Please let me know if this is the book you're interested in or have read it and your thoughts, or if this is one that you decide is just not for you with the content that I've talked about. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.